Hello everyone, my name is Shania Ragana. I'm now in semester 4. Here I will explain short story entitled The Gift of the Maggie. Here I will explain my analysis. First there is the plot. Now in the plot it has 6 elements of exposition, complication, raising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. The second, there are characters. Third, there is a setting. Fourth, there is a point of view. And fifth, there is a them. Then, here we go for the first slide. Name the plot. So let's discuss the author first. O. Henry is an American short story writer whose real name is William Sidney Porter. Henry Ruiz Cannon reflects her various experiences and is distinctive of the real clever wordplay and unexpected twist. Next slide, we have plot. The plot is we have exposition. Exposition is the introduction of characters in a story, and it can be interpreted starting from the situation in the story and apart from introducing the characters in the story. It can also introduce.
This is my short story analysis. Hello everyone, my name is Shania Ragana. I'm now in 4th semester. We'll explain analysis short story entitled The Gift of the Maggie. Here I will explain my analysis. First, there is a plot. Now, in the plot, it has 6 elements of exposition, complication, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. There are the seconds, there are characters. The third, there is a setting. The fourth, there is a point of view. Fifth, there is a theme. Next. So, let's discuss the author first. O. Henry is an American short story writer whose real name is William Sidney Porter. Henry Ruiz Cannon of work reflected his wide range of expressions and is distinctive for its witty, clever wordplay, and unexpected twist endings. Here we go. The first start. Name the plot. Exposition. Exposition is the introduction of characters in a story, and it can be interpreted starting from the situation in the story. Exposition in The Gift of the Maggie happens when the main character is introduced. There was a woman named Della, and she was counting her money and realized that this was not enough by present for Jim's husband. Let's go to the next slide. Well, we discussed the complication. What was the complication? Complication is introducing conflict in the story. The complication in The Gift of the Maggie, it happens when Della totally in deep confusion about what she could do. This is the complication. Next. So the next slide, we got the rising action. So rising action is continuation of complication, meaning the cause of what causes change in the story. Raising action in The Gift of the Maggie. While she was walking through the street, she suddenly stopped since she read a sign said, "May Sovereignty hair goods of all kinds." She rushed into the store, met a woman named Madame Sovereignty, and asked her if she wanted to buy her hair. Madame Sovereignty examined her hair and quickly told Della that her hair was worth $20. This is rising action. Next, the climax. The climax is the highlight of the story. This can be like taking a decision or action for conflict. The climax in this story happens when Jim finally went home from work. Seeing his wife's hair cut off, he suddenly just stands still at his place without being angry, surprised, or disapproved. Next slide. Falling action is when a moment in the story will become clear. The falling action in this story is when Jim took out a package from his coat and spoke to Della. He seemed to feel alright. He didn't mind about Della's short hair. He asked Della to unwrap the package to make Della understand why Jim was like that at the first time he saw Della. She opened the package and cried hysterically. It was a set of comb made of pure tortoise shell with jewel ribs. It was all that she had dreamed of for a long time. After that, Della gave Jim the chain that she bought and asked him to try it on his watch. However, Jim didn't obey that. He threw himself on the couch and smiled. The next slide, resolution. Resolution is when the story has a happy ending or sad ending. The ending of the story can be considered as resolution since Jim and Della were happy in the end. So this is resolution in The Gift of the Maggie is happy ending. Next, we have characters. This is character. Character is the personality or attitude of person in the story. The types of characters are divided into two categories: name, roles, and personalities. Here I will discuss what characters are in this story. Della has a flat character since her way to interact with other characters. Jim as can be considered as flat and static character. Madame Sovereignty as she considered stock character since she tends to be the only complement character. Next, setting. The setting is not just about the place. Examples such as year, day, month, in the morning, or even stories show the time. Example, at 7 o'clock or 12 p.m. include sittings and the name is setting time. So, the setting in the story have two. One, the place in the story, and two, time setting. The place in the story at Della and Jim house, Madame Sovereignty store when Della got the chain from the prison. Two, time setting. In the Christmas Eve scene, it was explained that Della was confused what she was going to buy Jim Christmas presents on the following. In the afternoon, when Della was counting money going to Madame Sovereignty. In the evening, when Della and Jim finally met and talked about their present. next, we have point of view. Point of view is the narrator position in relation to the story, which is indicated by the narrator view from which the events are depicted and from the attitude towards the character. There are two types of narrators, named participant narrators and non-participant narrator. Point of view in The Gift of the Magi is non-participant. It uses the limited omniscience third-person point of view. The narrators tell story by using the pronoun she, he, it, and names to mention all the characters and other things. Then finally there is a theme. Theme is the main idea or idea explored by a literary work. The theme of the story can be a theme of death, theme of revenge, and theme of action, and many more. The theme in The Gift of the Magi has sacrifice sometimes can be pointless. While I could tell the scenes Della sacrificed to cut her hair off to buy the chains, or for Jim what became pointless, because in the end Jim told Della that he had sold his valuable watch to buy her a set of comb, and fortunately Della's hair was now very short. In conclusion, their sacrifice doesn't make any result. So, this is an analysis of my short story. I hope my delivery can be understood for all of us. If there is a word mistake, please forgive. That's how from me, Shania Ragrana. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Explored by a literary work. The theme of the story can be themes of death, a theme of revenge, a theme of action, and many more. So, this is an analysis of my short story. I hope my delivery can be understood for all of us. If there is a word mistake, please forgive me. That's how from me, Shania Grana. Thank you for listening to my presentation.